wormholes, particle physics, extra dimensions. Are the wonders of so-called reality really what they appear to be? Or do we exist in an elaborate hologram? Is our universe the result of random activity or the result of intelligent design? If a creator was involved, can we discover him through our perception of divine order? This is Into the Multiverse with Josh Peck.
Well, 99 episodes have led you to this episode, our 100th episode of Into the Multiverse. With me in studio, my lovely, beautiful wife, Christina Peck. How are you doing?
I'm fabulous.
I am too. We didn't bring a guest into this one because this is all you and me.
No, it's all us.
Just us, baby.
That's all. You're stuck with us.
You're stuck with us. We've got some announcements, some cool things to show you, but we really wanted to express our gratitude to all of you for sticking with us, helping us grow this channel for our YouTube audience, helping us grow this channel to over 20,000 subscribers now.
I was going to say, we surpassed our goal. Last year it was 10,000, and we got up to about almost 12, between
almost
12 and 13.
Yeah.
Our first year, and then we said, okay, next year we're going to go for 20.
Yep.
We've surpassed 20. We have about almost 23 subscribers.
Yeah, somewhere 23, 24, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Not just 23 subscribers, 23,000 subscribers. So so yeah, it's just moving on up.
Yeah, and we can't thank you guys enough for that. This has been an amazing ride. I can't wait to see what the next 100 episodes are going to bring, and we do have some of that to talk about. We also have a clip to show you later that was a look back at some of the best moments of the past 100 episodes. Don't worry, it's not going to be the entire episode. We did not want to do a clip show for our 100th. It's only about 5 minutes long. We'll show that at the end. Yeah, I mean, I think this show has come such a long way since our first episode. And if people want a good laugh, not that it was, I think the content was good, but our first episode, that was the first time that we were really on camera hosting something like that.
Right. It started when we first came in here. We sat in for both Derek and Sharon.
Yeah.
It was the very first time, and
First Live Friday.
Joe was over there, and it was going to be you and him doing the multiverse.
Yep.
And then he heard us talking about science. He's like, well, your wife is more in tune with the science thing. Just have her do it with you.
Originally, even before that, it was going to be just me.
You.
Yeah,
just you. And then
when Tom first offered us jobs, he said he wanted me to do three things. He wanted me to write a book a year, which yeah, great, of course. And edit all of the Skywatch TV episodes. So all the episodes of Skywatch TV that people watch at home, I edit those, and I love it. So those were two things. And then the third was to develop a show called Into the Multiverse, based around my research into quantum physics and other things that I'm interested in and stuff like that. And I mean, it was life-changing. I mean, people don't just get calls like that, you know.
Right.
We were first sent an email, but when I was talking to him on the phone, those were his plans. So we threw around some ideas, and I was really excited about it. And we moved here, started to get settled in. Tom and Joe said, you know, take your time to develop the show. You know, we don't have to rush right into it. So there were a lot of different options. I remember having a few meetings with Joe, and I said, now there's a couple different ways we could do it. I could do it with me, but I don't know if I can fully carry a 30-minute show on my own without cutting to some type of graphics or something, because we don't have an animator, and I don't know the animation programs well enough to do it on my own. And I could learn, but it would take a lot of time, especially every episode, because, you know, I was trying to tell Joe, and Joe's like the pet, you know, guy. He's like the dog guy. The dead pets don't lie. So I'm trying to tell him about different things in quantum physics, and you know, he was just as blank stare as I am when he talks to me about dogs.
No, I don't know anything about a multiverse.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm the same way when he talks to me about like animals and stuff. So it's funny, and so Joe had offered, well, if you wanted, I could co-host. Do you think that would help? You know, I could kind of play the part of the audience, and you know, if you can explain it well to me, then the audience will pick up on it. And I said, yeah, that could work. So we were kind of talking about that. And then we had the idea, well, what about just having Christina? Because you and I already talk about this stuff all the time.
Yep.
And I said, you know, that'd probably be the easiest way to transition a show is to just have Christina on, because her and I we are already used to talking about that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, we complement each other and we could do it really well. And it also gets us out of having to do a bunch of graphics and stuff that we have no way of doing.
Right.
So Tom and Joe were on board. We had a big meeting about it and kind of ironed out all the ideas. And then we did our first episode, which was super awkward because we had never really been on camera like that before.
Hi, Josh. How are you? I'm
Welcome
good.
to Into the Multiverse. You'll see in the clips later. So some of the big announcements. We should get to that. Actually, before we get to that, let's cut to commercial, get that done and out of the way, and then we can tell you all the big announcements, show you the clips. We got some really cool stuff.
Got some stuff.
Yeah. So stay tuned right after this.
The entire 2017 True Legends Conference is now available in an incredible 10-volume DVD collection, and Skywatch TV wants to help you save big with an incredible offer. We proudly announce the True Legends Conference Special. This amazing series of 2017 presentations includes shocking new evidence about biblical giants, fallen angels, ancient civilizations, the last days, and features unbelievable speakers like Dr. Thomas Horn, Steve Quayle, Timothy Alberino, Derek Gilbert, Dr. Michael Lake, David Langford, Henry Groover, and more. When you purchase this amazing 10-volume DVD collection from Skywatch TV, you'll also receive the incredible book, Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters. Walk with legendary authors Stephen Quayle and Dr. Thomas Horn as they meet secretly with the leaders of the Hopi, Zuni, and Uti Nation tribes to learn about the pre-flood architecture of the giant kings. Learn why the ancient Anasazi disappeared overnight, who the dragon-worshipping giant invaders of early America were, and how they taught the natives ritual cannibalism to change their DNA into fit extensions for the spirits of dead giants. But that's not all. You'll also receive Derek P. Gilbert's The Great Inception. In this phenomenal book, you'll learn the startling connection between the mythological Titans, the biblical Nephilim, and the Canaanites, the true identities of Satan and Apollyon, why the Red Sea crossing was a literal battle between God and Baal, and so much more. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of $160. Yours now for only $119 plus shipping and handling. So don't miss your chance to relive all of the 2017 True Legends Conference presentations now on DVD. Order this incredible offer while supplies last. The True Legends Conference Special available at the Skywatch TV store. Order online or call 844-750-4985.
Welcome back to Into the Multiverse. Let's jump right into it. So the next 100 episodes are going to look a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Christina, for those of you who don't know, and shame on you if you don't know this. No, I'm kidding.
Rude.
Christina is running her own business, her own at-home business. Mm-hmm. Tell people about that.
Sure. So I am still with Skywatch TV. I will be here each and every day for however long. But I also run my at-home business. I started this business back in 2015 to try to earn some extra money. And it was an idea back in 2013 of mine, but I didn't do anything with it until 2015. Because I wanted to find out what my specialty was.
Oh, and you found it.
I'm an artsy craftsy person, but okay, you know, what am I going to put into that?
You found it.
What am I going to do? I found out. I taught myself how to make homemade lotions, soaps, body butters, body sprays without that polysorbate 80 crap that is
natural,
cancer causing, and I use vegetable dyes instead of normal food coloring, and I mix it together, and because it's vegetable, it's not as vibrant of the colors, but some of them turn out pretty alright. So that's what I do. I make my own body butters. I make jewelry. I make home essentials.
Yeah, home essentials,
That's
candles, aromatherapy,
cosmetic bags. I make
homemade
those.
toothpaste even.
I do. I'm not selling the toothpaste just yet, but I will. I make my own deodorant. I make everything that is all natural.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm going to be working more on. I will still be here on Into the Multiverse sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because I will be busy. I have here at Skywatch TV, I have more responsibilities coming onto my plate as well. We did sit down and have a meeting with Joe about when I'm going to have the time to come over here and help him write some of the shows. It's just not in the cards because I have so much more going on in other areas of Skywatch TV, and I do want to do my business.
They're moving her up.
I'm moving on up and other place, so I will still be here sometimes.
So tell people if they want to find out about your business, where can they go? What's your website?
Oh, okay. Well, it's going to be really simple. It's ChristinaPeck.com.
Super simple. Who can't remember that?
I know, because I was going to do NeshamaEssentials.com. Neshama Essentials is the name of my business. It's Hebrew for breath.
As in breath of God,
breath of God,
stuff like that, yeah.
But a lot of people don't know how to spell that, or we were going to go, N-E, the initials for Neshama Essentials, but that sounds like any. Any.com.
Yeah.
No. So we're like, ChristinaPeck.com.
Yeah.
Short, simple, to the point. I'm also on Etsy. I'm on Amazon.
But all your products, I mean, they're at the central hub for everything is
just go to ChristinaPeck.com. And you'll have links to all my other stores.
Everything.
You'll see everything there, and
yeah,
so it's very exciting.
It's exciting, and I love working here because there's always room for advancement, and there's always like these really cool things that people can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like she's getting kicked off the show or anything.
I'm not being kicked off the show.
Yeah,
I just want to take a step back to work on other things as well. And like I said, they have a bunch of stuff for me to do here at Skywatch. It is getting. We had a meeting today. It is getting real, people.
Yeah, it's great. And it's a good problem to have. But that doesn't mean that Into the Multiverse isn't continuing.
No,
it's continuing.
Yes, it is.
We have some really cool things that we're going to do with the show. So from after this episode, it's primarily going to kind of go back to the original idea that Tom had of it being just me. We're not always going to be doing the 28-30 episodes anymore, the 28-minute and 30-second cuts. That length was because networks prefer to have that. They like half-hour shows, or they have different specs. We're not going to worry about that anymore. We're going to do the show as long as it takes to do the show, because as great as these 100 episodes have been and as much fun, I've noticed people, the audience, you guys, really seem to enjoy the extended episodes where we don't have a time limit and we can go longer, or if there isn't as much to say on a certain topic, we can go shorter and not have it forced. So we just want the Holy Spirit to take over and decide per episode how long it's going to be. So we're throwing out the time limit. We're not going to have a time limit. Some episodes will be 5 or 10 minutes long. Some will be over an hour. We'll see how it goes. But it's going to be me. We're going to be bringing on some more diverse guests. Right off the bat, we did talk about this last week, so it's okay to talk about it here. In a couple of weeks from the airing of this episode, we're going to have on Timothy Alberino, because of course he's just the favorite of Into the Multiverse. He's been with us since the beginning. And Darren Geisinger, we're going to be talking about biohacking. And also, we're going to kind of broaden the scope, because it seems like, even though it is Into the Multiverse, it seems like every time we've tried to take that as a more metaphorical thing, like multiverse of things to talk about, and like there's just multiple things to talk about, instead of a literal, this is multiverse theory and here's the quantum fluctuations that could cause it. People like that stuff, and we're still going to be doing stuff on quantum physics, but
sure.
We're going to kind of broaden it a little bit. Every time that we've talked about things like natural health, things that you do in your business even, people really like that, it seems. Those episodes seem to do better. You know,
Yeah.
they have longer retention time. People comment on them more. When we did the episode that we talked about your near-death experience, you know, that's not exactly a quantum physics topic, but
No,
people,
it's a supernatural experience.
Yeah, but people loved it. So we're gonna be talking more about that kind of stuff. Where it's gonna be, you know, science. There's still gonna be quantum physics in there. Politics is gonna play a part. We'll probably get into some more current events, which, you know, I've said for a long time that we don't really do current events here because we want the episodes to be just as relevant. But I like the idea of taking a current event, talking a little bit about it, but then broadening the scope to something more universal. You know, I like that. So we've actually already cut a couple of these episodes that are already done and will be airing. Starting next week. Next week will be the very first one on climate change. Do 97% of climate scientists really agree that the climate is changing? Well, I'm going to explain it all and lay it all out for you. And give you resources and things to look at. After that, we're going to have Tim Alberino. We have more diverse guests. I'm reaching out well beyond the scope of what we usually do with Skywatch. I've gotten confirmation from Zoltan Istvan, a leader in the transhumanist movement, that he's going to let me interview him, and we're going to have an interesting conversation. It'll
That was an interesting
It'll
night.
be friendly.
No,
I like him.
It's funny because I'm sitting there on the couch and he's on the other couch and he's like, Zoltan Isfan just emailed me back. I was like, okay, you know,
oh, come on, he's a nice guy.
No,
though.
no, I'm not dissing. And if Zoltan ever watched, I'm not dissing you.
No.
I just the way he was so excited about it, I'm like, why are you so excited about it?
Well, because I like talking to people who I fundamentally disagree on just about everything, but who know how to be nice and cordial. You know, I've seen him on InfoWars and Dave Rubin, and Derek has interviewed him, and he provides a good conversation. You know, and he explains his perspective well. I don't personally agree with it at all, but
Right.
he's able to have a good conversation. You know, it doesn't turn into a fight or an ad hominem kind of deal. You know, I don't like those kind of debates.
Right.
Well, I like watching them. I don't like taking part in them myself. But you know, when I watch his interviews, I feel like I'm learning something. You know, even if I don't agree with it, I'm still learning something. It's like we watch Tucker Carlson a lot. You know, we like him.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
He'll bring people from the left on, and they'll talk. And a lot of times, you know, it goes back and forth, and it's really entertaining. But you do get to hear the other side. So I want to have more stuff like that. And
it is funny when Tucker brings those people on. I'm like, do they even hear the words that are coming out of their face? And because it's like, do they really believe what they're saying right now? Especially with the gender studies and things like that. I'm like,
and speaking
there
of,
are two.
Yeah.
Not 80.
and you know, I want to talk about like that kind of stuff because I mean it's rooted in science anyway. Speaking of which, I did send out an invite for Tucker to be on the show. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he'll accept it or not.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but you know, we'll see. But I'm trying to broaden my scope and broaden the scope of the show. And to you at home, I want to hear your ideas because it's your ideas that have progressed the show more than you or I ever could have.
No, yeah, no, that's very true. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And as I said a couple times before, yes, I'll still be here sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's just different things are happening, and it's very exciting. And I did want to take some time to relaunch my business because it's something I do enjoy doing, and it's more the creative.
And you're so good at it.
And I'm not the creative side of what I want to do because you know I just didn't have the time to come over here and write because they have me doing so many other things, which is great, and I love being busy. So I wanted to still hang on to that creative side, and so I relaunched my business.
And you are knocking it out of the park. And I'm telling you, she can attest to this. I am not just saying this because she's my wife. I don't do that. Like I don't believe that anybody can really be helped if you're not just honest with them. And I'm always honest with her. She's always honest with me. But for the audience, you have got to check this stuff out. I mean, and it's not just for women; it's for guys too. I use her products all the time. We have them in our house.
Yes.
They're all natural. They're healthy and good for you. And yeah,
if you wanted to eat some of them, you could.
Check out, it's not recommended, but
no, don't do it.
But check out ChristinaPeck.com. And the jewelry. I mean, you have like Hebrew lettering on necklaces and stuff. You have a Yahweh bead necklace. And I mean, you got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. I back when I was trying to find my niche, if you will, in my business, I was like, oh, I could decorate wood with wood burning. I could sell that, and it takes a lot of time to do, and it was one of the things that I wanted to do. But while I was figuring all that out, I taught myself how to do all the lotions and the scrubs and all those things, and I started selling those, and those started taking off, you know, quite well.
Well, even
and then I kind of forgot about the wood burning, but I've incorporated it in my business again. But wood burning on wooden beads and pendants and things like that. Even
from a business standpoint, and this blows me away, you've been able to. I mean, she really works hard to go out and find the best, top quality, healthy, or organic, all natural products, but you're able to undercut all of your competition.
I know.
You know, there's other people doing this, but they're really expensive, and you're able to undercut all of them.
Yeah, I want to be able to be affordable, and I do find like the all natural products, and I do use some kosher salts and things like that, so it's all natural and kosher.
Yeah.
So if you a lot of people will charge a lot of money because a lot of people pay big money for this stuff. But I found these products, and I found them because I'm a Prime member, and I do order some of them from Amazon. They are the all natural. I look at the ingredients. I look at what I can see, the ingredients that I can see, and what I can use and what I shouldn't use. You know, I'll leave those alone. But I'll get the best organic, all natural things for half the price, or even 70% off sometimes. So that way it does not cost much for me to make it, so I can keep my prices lower than most other people. Yeah,
she's able to provide the best price to the customer, to you guys. So again, ChristinaPeck.com. Check that out. Well, wow, we are already out of time. I can't believe it. But again, I want to hear your ideas for the show. Ultimately, this is your show. You guys are the one that make this show what it is. So leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And to finish us off here, we have a clip looking back at some of the highlights of our first 100 episodes. So we will end with that. And until next time, as always, take care and God bless. Welcome to Into the Multiverse. I am your host, Josh Peck. I'm very excited for this very first program. I am joined today by my wonderful wife, Christina Peck. Christina, how are you doing?
Good to be here.
You don't talk about multiverse. Well, here to talk about the multiverse is myself and my lovely, beautiful wife, Christina Peck.
Hello. Now, I know you've had a very interesting experience in the past.
And with me in studio, my lovely, beautiful, wonderful, everything right in the world, fabulous guest, Michael Heiser.
That's pretty bad.
Welcome Gary Stearman to Into the Multiverse. Gary, how you doing?
Josh, doing great, and looking forward to our little conversation.
Gons, it's great to talk to you. How have you been?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Thank you.
It's great to be here, Josh. I'm very excited to be in the multiverse. I might always be in the multiverse, but now I'm on the Multiverse show.
That's true. Indeed you are. We are all in the multiverse as far as we know. You're actually a big reason I'm even here at Skywatch.
Well, God has a plan, and I'm excited just to see how he's putting everything together.
Tim Alberino. How you doing, Tim?
It's fantastic to be in the multiverse.
Yeah, it's good to have you in the multiverse. In studio with me, my lovely, beautiful, still pregnant wife,
Yes,
Christina
still pregnant.
Peck. A great honor to welcome Richard Shaw into the multiverse. Richard, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing great. It is
Thanks
so
for having me on again.
This is a fundamentally important, this may be the question of all questions.
UFO sightings to Bigfoot to skinwalkers. I mean, it is all over the map.
Life is a box of lasers. You never know when one's gonna burn out your eye. Best be careful, huh? Lasers can do that to you. Lasers can do that to you. It's Into the Multiverse. I'm your host, Josh Peck. With me in studio, my lovely, beautiful, still pregnant wife, Christina Peck. Okay, I gave some sage advice there, and you're laughing at it.
Lasers can do that to you.
They can.
Oh, shoot.
You don't believe me?
Oh, I do.
My lovely, beautiful, not pregnant anymore wife. I think people got sick of me saying pregnant.
I got sick of you saying it too.
Well, this is the first episode where Christina Peck is back. After having our third child, Adam.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I feel great.
Awesome.
Adam is 9 weeks old now.
Yeah. Beautiful, healthy boy. And we have another beautiful, healthy boy, Justin Paul, with us in studio.
My name is Diana. I'm better known on the internet as Physics Girl. I'm slowly losing my identity to that name.
This new world order is forming and trying to destroy God's people.
That understand what's going on in the world, you know, and that's why it's so important.
This is actually something that me and Tom have talked a lot about because we have this ongoing argument, if we can call it that, if a tree falls in the woods and doesn't make a sound if there's no one around to hear it. Where do you stand on that?
Absolutely, it does.
Thank you, Steve.
Let me tell you something.
We win.
First of all, no. But I mean, it doesn't. Basically, God challenged Job on that. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the world?
That's right.
I got news for you. I don't think God put it on mute.
First time on this show, finally you're pulling your weight. I've been
Carrying me for months, and
I've been saving you on Sci Friday, so finally you're here.
My first time on this show.
Yeah, we're honored to have you.
If I don't blow it, maybe I can come back.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, you're already on thin ice, buddy. First off, co-hosting with me is Joe Horn, Joe Artist Horn. How are we addressing you now?
I think this month we're going with Joe Horn.
I like that. It's easy to remember. And our very good friend, Pastor Casper McLeod. How are you doing?
Delighted to be with you today.
I'm Josh Peck, and with me actually, it's Joe Artist in for Josh Peck, whose immune system decided to fail, right, Christina?
Right.
And now you're stuck with me.
I know. He's just being a big baby.
What's that about?
I don't know.
I think he's being a baby.
He's being a baby.
I think you and I both know that when he says he's sick, he's probably at home with his Xbox, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
This is Into the Multiverse with Sharon Gilbert and Christina Peck.
Hi, Sharon.
We've just knocked Josh Peck right out of. He's
gone.
Will he ever come back?
I don't think so.
Because down in Central America, it's pretty weird down there.
Oh, I bet.
Santeria, there's some other weird religions and things. It's nothing to be walking out in the woods and come across a bunch of candles and little icons and a little altar area.
In my 50 years, I've seen what I consider a demonic influence, with regard to what's going on in Washington.
The creator of Into the Multiverse. And we're very happy to have him, Dr. Thomas Horn, Tom Horn, CEO of Skywatch TV. How are you doing?
Hey, great to be with you guys. And the creator of the multiverse.
You were the one that pitched the show when you gave me the phone call. Yeah, you were like, I got this idea for a show. Would you want to host it? And I was blown away, of course.
Yeah. Well, of course, you understood that I don't know anything about the multiverse. I just
That's where I come in.
I like the word, right? It's a cool word.
And as I said, natural or man-made phenomena, but there is a small percentage that defy naturalistic interpretation.
Thank you for watching. Take care, and God bless.